What is up, everyone? Welcome back to On the Hunt. Today we're here to talk about the new AGM ReachIR laser range finding monocular. Stick around. Well guys, welcome back to another episode on the Hunt. Today's product review is the AGM ReachIR 35-640. Before we get started, as always, got to give a huge shout out to my man Logan over at Fall River Shooters. You guys, if you're in the need for a thermal monocular or scope, or even just a nice glass scope, hit up Logan over at Fall River Shooters. Let him earn your business. The guy is a wealth of knowledge and he would love to take care of you. Hit him up. Phone number down below, fallrivershooters.com. So for those of you who are new to the channel, my name's Cody, and we do product reviews on thermal scopes, thermal monoculars. We do lots of nighttime hunting for coyotes here in Maine. I just want to say thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. If this video helps you in any way, shape, or form, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, guys. Helps me a ton. So let's get on to this review, you guys. This is a fairly new monocular to AGM's lineup. This is pretty new. It hasn't been around very long. There's not a ton of guys running it, and there also isn't a lot of reviews on YouTube for it yet. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. Big news on this, guys. This thing just price dropped. I'm not really sure why. All I can think of is that SHOT Show is coming up, and AGM has some stuff up their sleeve. This is the 35-640 model, and the price drop now is $24.95. So sub $2,500, guys, you get a 640 monocular with a built-in laser rangefinder, and it's amazing. So that's a huge value. I want to say before the price drop, this was $26.95, so they dropped it a whole $200, which is just awesome. I mean, super cool. AGM, thank you for that. So let's get into some high-level specs on this, you guys. We already touched on price, but let's talk about some of the actual tech specs on this thing. I don't like to read a huge spec data sheet to you guys because all of you can go find the actual specs, but this is a 2x base magnification monocular. It is a 12 micron 640 resolution sensor. It features an removable 18650 battery. Pull that door, there's the battery. Runs on a single 18650, and AGM is saying up to 4 hours of continuous runtime in their testing. I think you're going to be closer to the 3 to 3.5 hour based on my experience with this. And this specific model has a 35mm front objective lens. This has a fully focusable front objective, which is super nice. You just get on that front objective lens, focus in your image, and you're able to really dial in a very nice image. Also, it has a rear diopter focus back here. Very nice, very smooth. Comes with a reversible rubber eye cup that you can flip this eyepiece down to be more comfortable for you if you don't like that touching your face. Realistically, this just helps with a little bit of that light wash that happens on your face. This has a USB-C charging and also data transfer. So you can plug this into your computer, get your videos off of it, and also you can charge the unit with that as well. This unit can be powered with external power, so if you have a little battery bank or something, you're out in the field and you're running dead and you don't have a spare 18650 with you, you can charge this and power this with external power. This does feature a 1/4-20 tripod mount, so if you want to mount this thing to a tripod for glassing or something like that, you guys, AGM's got you covered there with a tripod mount. It is a magnesium alloy housing, but the whole thing has kind of this really nice rubberized texturing on it. It feels amazing in the hand, you guys. They gave this really nice relief cut up in here for your hand to kind of wrap in under, and it just sits in the hand beautifully. It is probably one of the most comfortable monoculars I've actually used with respects to, you know, weight, shape, size. It's just very comfortable. It's not super heavy, guys. It's noticeably lighter than my AGM Sidewinder was, which is a really nice change because that is a beefy, heavy unit in its own right, and it's an amazing monocular. But this one is slightly lighter, and it's cool. You get this 1000 meter built-in laser rangefinder, which seems to work incredibly well. I haven't had any issues with it so far. You can run it in single press mode or continuous mode. This thing has all the color palettes you can imagine, red hot, white hot, black hot, fusion. Those are your basic ones. On top, you've got these really nice raised buttons in this recessed channel. And guys, this might be one of the easiest monoculars I've ever used to find the buttons with your fingers, either in gloves or without gloves. They raise them just enough, but also they press incredibly easily. Not so easy that you're gonna be just pressing buttons when you don't want to, but they press just really, really nice. I don't really know how to describe it. They don't take a lot of pressure to press. You can feel the press. It's very tactile and responsive. Just very, very nicely done on the buttons themselves. They feel super premium. The whole unit feels very premium. Guys, this unit is waterproof, IP67 rated, which is very cool. Not that I would be submersing my $2,500 monocular in water, but if you're out in a rainstorm or something like that, it's not going to hurt this guy at all. You're going to be just fine. 5-year warranty on this monocular, you guys. So for those of you who haven't been in the thermal game for a while, maybe this is your first thermal or something, thermals used to have a 3-year warranty, and now pretty much everyone in the industry has gone to 5-year. So AGM went to a 5-year a while ago, and they've stuck to it, and this unit has their 5-year warranty. Their customer service is actually pretty good, you guys. So if that's something you're wondering about, AGM's customer service is pretty good. Have had no issues with them. They've always been very nice, very responsive. So if that's something you're going to consider when making your purchase, I would say AGM's customer service is right where it needs to be. This has a sub 20 millikelvin sensor. So the NETD rating, guys, basically all that is it's how sensitive is the sensor on this thing. The more sensitive, the more feature-rich detail image you're going to get when looking through it. Additionally, it's going to perform better in poor weather. So if you're out in some fog, humidity, rain, any moisture in the air, the lower that NETD rating or the millikelvin sensor rating is, the better it's going to perform in those conditions. So I can tell you firsthand, this unit does perform very well in poor conditions. It's able to cut through a lot of fog, cut through a lot of humidity and moisture, and still provide a pretty decent image. So for those of you who like creating content, this does have full video and audio recording. I will say audio is not amazing on it. So if you want super crisp, clear audio, this doesn't really have amazing audio. It's got audio, it works, it's not amazing. I would definitely knock it for that. I would say on a scale from 1 to 10, this is probably like 4 or 5 in the audio category, so not great. So what are some things I don't like about this unit? You guys, I am a left-handed operator, so when I hold my monoculars, I hold them in my left hand. I very rarely run my monocular in my right hand. Additionally, I always spin the eye cup typically to favor my left eye because that's my dominant eye. And you'll notice with this tab, it's not an easy one to just switch eyes. Yes, you can go ahead and flip that down and now you can switch eyes pretty easily. But I always rotate my eye cups if they have this flange that kind of protrudes out. So this eye cup, you can totally spin it. It's got no problems doing that. So that's what I did. But what I don't like about this is that it comes with a very nice leather hand strap lanyard. And I have that lanyard or hand strap right here. It is very, very nice. It's very, very comfortable. You'll notice it's not on my unit. The reason being is it's not reversible. Okay, Pulsar did this back a while ago and it drove me nuts. And it's like, guys, you're gonna give a hand strap to your right-handed users but not your left-handed users? Like, how does that make any sense? So non-reversible hand strap, not the end of the world, you guys. To be honest, I'd probably take it off no matter what. I really don't care to have that on because I'm constantly holding my scanner and then either letting it hang down while it's attached to a lanyard or putting it in my chest pack. So if I'm being honest, even if they gave me the option to run this on my left hand, I probably wouldn't. So for that reason, I'm not going to ding it a ton, but that's just because I wouldn't use it that way. But that's not to say that there aren't a ton of left-handed users out there that wouldn't want to run the hand strap and they just simply can't. With that said, this hand strap does have a pretty good use case in that it has a magnet built into it and you can house your front lens cap on the hand strap with a magnet and it does stay really well. The problem is that if I'm not going to run the hand strap, now I have nowhere to put my lens cover. Okay, so it just dangles free. Not a big deal. It stays out of the way of the laser rangefinder, so no issues there. It's really not a complaint. I don't care. to be honest with you, when I'm hunting, I pretty much just take this off. I just undo the lanyard, put it in my pack so that I'm not using it through the night. And then when I store it, I just put it back on and put the cap back on the lens. So guys, as far as things I don't like, that's about it. The hand strap being non-reversible. Everything else, I'm a big fan of on this unit. Some things I really like about this unit is the automatic screen shut off. So one of the things that I do, as I mentioned, is I'm constantly scanning and then I'll put my unit down. Well, this unit has an automatic or auto sensing positional sensor in it, so it can tell when the unit is this way and it can tell when the unit is this way. And so when the unit is this way, it'll automatically shut off the screen so it's not projecting light up and out and also not draining the battery as fast. That's a really cool feature, and you can turn it on and off in the settings. You do not have to run that feature all the time. It's totally an option. Additionally, if you like to press the power button, just a quick tap, it will put it into standby mode as well, and then a quick tap will take it out of standby mode. So if you don't like the unit constantly sensing position and changing the status of that screen, you can do it manually with the power button. Another feature on this thing that's super cool, and it's one of the first times I've seen it by AGM, is their new Zoom Pro feature. So there's something going on with processing and the algorithm inside this thing that allows you to magnify in on your object or your target and not lose much clarity. And when I say that, I mean it's very noticeable. Historically for me, I've never really cared to magnify my monocular because I've always gotten such a horrible image after I even magnify it one time. And so with this Zoom Pro feature, guys, I can drastically notice something is happening, some magic that's making it so the image stays relatively clear even at magnified distance. So, you know, if this is a 2x monocular, when you magnify it one time, it doubles that, it goes to 4x. And at 4x, guys, the image doesn't really change that much. It's pretty impressive, and you'll see that in the footage. But really cool. Now, you can turn on and off this Zoom Pro feature. I would imagine the reason AGM allows you to turn it on or off is because there's probably a bit of a trade-off when you turn it on. I'm not sure what that would be, but like anything in this world, when you have something really cool like that, there's usually some type of trade-off. And if I had to guess, that trade-off is probably in the form of refresh rate or frame rate within the unit. So the unit comes with a 50 hertz frame rate by default. And I would imagine, and this is just speculation based on my understanding of how things like this work, but I would imagine that with the Zoom Pro on, you may sacrifice a few frames per second. So you may go from 50 hertz down to 40 or something like that. I don't know that for sure, guys, but it seems like that may be what's happening. So keep that in mind. Not a big deal. I have it turned on and I really enjoy it. It's a cool feature. Next thing I really do like about this monocular is the battery system, you guys. Just a quick little quarter turn of this door in the back. Your battery can come out, you put your battery back in, positive goes in first, and you press on this cap and you put it in. The cap is tethered to the unit. Thank you, AGM. I can't tell you how many thermals out there I have used that leave their battery door untethered from the unit in some way. And so now you have a separate item that can fall off, fall in the snow, fall in the mud, and get lost. And guys, it happens, okay? If it hasn't happened to you yet, and you have a unit that has a battery door that can come off and isn't tethered to the unit, it's gonna happen. It's an accident waiting to happen. And any thermal manufacturer should see that and say, hey, we need to do better. We need to tether our battery door, and we need to make it so people can't lose it. So guys, what does the unit come with? Obviously, I talked about it running on 18650 batteries. You get this really nice box with a magnetic lid. Go ahead and open it. In the top, you have a cardboard box with some goodies in it. There's like a charge cable and some different plug-in adapters if you live in a different country. Inside, you got this nice foam cutout insert. You don't get the nice hard zip-up cases anymore with these AGM products. I think it's one way that they're saving a little bit of money, which is cool because they seem to be passing that on to the customer, which I really appreciate. So this is a dual bay 18650 charger, you guys. It runs on USB-C. They provide you the charge cord for it and adapter. Very nice. I love that they send this along. In this port, you guys, there would typically be two 18650 batteries in little plastic cases. I have taken those out. They are charging, but they come in the package, so you get two. You gotta love that. AGM gives you a couple batteries. So that's pretty much it, guys. The video footage at the end of this video hopefully is helpful to you in making a decision to see if this is a product you would like. I got footage of cows at various yardages, and I think it showcases what the Monocular is capable of. It has a very, very nice crisp image, and I think in pretty much every condition it's going to perform well. Obviously in really, really good, crisp, cold environments, low humidity, you're going to get just an unbelievably crisp, beautiful image out of this unit. And then in foggy and rainy, poor conditions, you're going to get a very usable image, which is awesome, because I've used some thermals where in those conditions you just really can't hunt, and that's not the case with this unit, you guys. You can take this out, poor conditions, you can hunt, you can get the job done, and I really love that. So that's pretty much it, guys. I love this Monocular. It's actually become my new personal Monocular. I did sell my Sidewinder, so this is going to be what I'm running for a while now, and I can honestly say I'm pretty happy about that. I really, really enjoy it. I do like having the laser rangefinder. I used to be one of those people that didn't really care about a laser rangefinder on my Monocular because I found it very difficult to hold still and get an accurate range. But the way that these laser rangefinders work is they shoot a pretty broad laser rangefinding beam, and so they find kind of like the target that's sticking out kind of closest, and that's what they range, and they actually work really well. So I've kind of changed my train of thought on that, and I do enjoy it on a Monocular, especially since it's lighter and more compact, and I still get the laser rangefinding feature and the beautifully crisp image. Guys, you can't go wrong, and it's priced below what the AGM Sidewinder was, which didn't come with a laser rangefinder. So I think we've come to a point in time where we're just getting more for the same money, or more for less money, which is very, very cool. I love seeing where this industry is going, and I love all the new innovation and the new products, and I'm super fortunate to be able to test this stuff and bring you guys my thoughts on it. So with that, guys, we're going to call it quits on this review. We'll put the footage at the end, let you guys see for yourself, and until next time on Own the Hunt, guys, we'll see you later.
Alright, these cows are 100 yards. Go ahead and try the zoom. Not too bad. $93 yards on those cows. Alrighty, these cows here are 188 yards away. These cows here are 160 yards. And these ones are 144. And these ones are 180. Pretty solid. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Decent. Do a range 188. Do a range 161. 144. 182. Zoom in 8x. 16x. Back to base mode. Alrighty, those cows there are at 275 yards. That lone soldier up there is 295. These ones in the middle, 264. Pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and zoom in. .276. Zooming in helps you get a better range with your LRF, I think. Oh, lone soldier's making his way to the rest of the clan.